Alright, a lot of you guys have asked me how to zero your PSO Type 2 scope. And this is the Romanian version. Does not have the battery box which detects IR light as the Russian versions do. If you don't know how to get it off your rifle, you have a little lever right here. You push up on it a little bit and pull out, and it slides right off the rail. It's just a little track system. I'll go over how to adjust this real quick. A lot of people don't know how to tighten this down against your rifle. When you take it off, you want to keep it in the unlocked position. Got a little base right here attached to the spring in the nut. If you push down on that base like that, it allows you to actually adjust your top screw. And by threading it down, it tightens it up against your rifle. Don't make it too tight, because then it makes it pretty much impossible to get off without some type of a tool. You still want to be able to take it off by hand, but still you want it snug. So that's how you adjust the tension on that scope to the side rail on your rifle. Next is you've got a sunshade here. A lot of people don't know about this, but it's a self-locking mechanism if you just turn it. So turn it counterclockwise to unlock it, slide it forward, and then allows you to have a little bit of a sun shield or sunshade over your front optic lens. Now to zero your rifle, you're going to be dealing with a turret. And this goes for both windage and elevation. Now, there's three parts of the turrets. You have the top cam, the outer cam, and the center cam, which is underneath all this base. The center cam adjusts the actual crosshairs or reticule inside of your scope. It's also going to be attached to your top cam. Your center cam just has nothing but the markings for the adjustment for the bullet drop compensation. This also goes for the windage, as I said. To zero this, you would stand back 100 meters. These are designed for metric, so you stand back 100 meters. If you guys don't know the calculation conversion for that, 3.3 feet equals 1 meter, so do the math. What you would do is you would unscrew these two top screws on the top of the cam, the first cam. Do not unscrew them all the way. About 3 full turns, or maybe even 2.5 turns will do just fine. Make sure they're still somewhat attached. They're very short screws. This loosens the top cam from compressing onto your outer cam for your adjustment. So once you have it zeroed as close as possible, I don't care if you have to turn this thing all the way to 10, you make sure that you're as close to the target as possible. And what you would do after that is you would unscrew the top 2 screws on the top cam. You would actually grab the outer cam and twist it back to a 0 position. That will not move your crosshairs on your scope. That is just free floating at that point. So you set it back to 0. You can tighten down 1 screw, fire another shot in your rifle, make sure it hits properly. Unscrew that screw one more time, and you would actually adjust the very top cam here, and you can see the separation right there. So you would adjust just that top cam until you were dead center on the target, dead bullseye. Tighten down 1 screw, fire a couple shots, make sure you're still on target. If you're satisfied, you screw both of them down, snug fit. You don't have to over torque. This goes for the windage as well. Now each of these markings are for bullet drop compensation. So 0 equals 100 meters, 1 equals 200 meters, 2 equals 300 meters, and so on and so forth. As you progressively get down into the line, once you hit about 5, there's a click in between 5. So 5.5 on here would actually equal 650 meters, and so on and so forth until you hit 10. So if you need any estimation on exactly through the scale of what 0 through 10 equals, I can give that to you. Same thing goes for your windage adjustment. You have center clicks, you have 0, 0.5, 1, 2, and so on and so forth, and it increases, each click increases 100 meters. So be careful. Now remember, these scopes do sit off to the side of the bore. So if you were at 100 meters and you decide you're going to shoot your target at 200 meters, you would set it to 1 click. But you would also have to click 1 click impact left, which is by rotating it counterclockwise for your windage in order to make sure your target's on par. Otherwise, you're going to be about anywhere between a ½ inch to an inch off. Again, if you need any more calculations or better description of the different adjustments for bullet drop compensation on the windage and the elevation turrets, just send me a private message and let me know, and I can see what I can do for you on getting a chart. But that's the basics on how to zero a PSO Type 2 Romanian or Russian type scope.